Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. It's King Elias and today we'll be talking about how to win races in Asphalt 9. I tried my best to make the video simple and short. I hope you find it useful. Let's get straight into it. I came up with 4 main points that will help you have a better chance at winning races in multiplayer. I also think you should turn off touch drive. It's very important to note that your settings will affect the way you play on the track, and so you should experiment and change things up until you find the balance that suits you. That way you have more control over your car and you are less likely to wreck. For example, I play with tilt to steer, horizon tilt on, and of course the action camera. I feel very comfortable using this and the sensitivity is high, so I don't have to tilt my hands too much, especially when I'm playing in public. The sensitivity might depend on your device, so yeah, change up the settings, try different things and see what fits. There are over 80 cars in Asphalt 9 and each car feels and acts different based on the 4 stats: top speed, acceleration, handling and nitro. When racing in multiplayer, I would recommend that you go in with whatever car you're comfortable with, especially in a rush season where you lose minimal points. But of course, this changes when there's a huge point loss cap in the season or no point loss cap at all. In this case, I recommend you go in with the best car you have in your garage. That will give you a better chance of winning. While that might seem simple enough, the problem arises when the best car for the season is something that you're not comfortable with or not comfortable driving, like the Ford GT or the SCG. Basically any car that you find difficult to drive, which is why it's a good idea to go into career races to try out every car you have in your garage. You can do this one at a time or one car a day and just use it to understand how the car works. It makes you have more experience, so you are more prepared for any kind of multiplayer season Game Loft might throw at us. And trust me, this does work. The recently ended Senna season didn't go too well for me because I didn't own the car previously. It's actually at 1 star now. It was very difficult to control the car, but I still made it to Master League, of course. Of course you have to know the track, but it goes beyond knowing whether to go left or right. Some shortcuts only work for a car that is strong in a specific stat. For example, this shortcut on the Shanghai track only works for a car with a high handling stat. So I go right while the high top speed car with less handling goes left. You have to know which routes are risky. You have to know where to be careful with ramps and terrain. And that's where speed tricks come in. Speed tricks give you a huge boost in top speed, and you can see here I use a speed trick to pass the opponent in front of me. And again, you have to be careful with speed tricks. Some of them are very risky and obviously I can't show you all of them, so I recommend you watch my streams and my other videos to see some of these speed tricks. You might be thinking, how do I expect you to know everyone who plays the game? There are literally millions of people playing this game. When you've played the game for long enough, you should be able to know the kind of people you race at your level. The higher you go, the less people you race because you have a closer circle of racers with the same skill level in multiplayer. So the more you play, the easier it is to identify and label the people you race. So when you walk into a lobby, you should be able to tell who is going to give you trouble in the race and who is probably going to 360. This helps you plan your run easier, so you know whether to play safe or go risky with the tricks and the jumps. And in the end, it makes the races more fun. Now I'm going to attempt to use these tips in the race. So we have 4 Sennas with highly skilled players. And the only thing I'm thinking right here is hopefully I start in front, and I do. So the only thing left to do is to play risky with the ramps and the tricks and all that to keep myself ahead, because they definitely will do that to catch up. So I start up with my double nitro. The start on this track is very risky with the ramps that you have to go off. You can very easily get deflected into a building. Going left here into the pyramid is faster with the Senna because of its high nitro. I can keep the speed up and the handling just helps me to reach the next ramp. Here I go for the double barrel trick to make sure that I have enough speed for the next ramp. Obviously my opponents are still close behind. All I have to do is keep calm and do all the tricks without making a mistake. Because we're all in the same car, there's nothing they can do here to pass me because we're all drifting at the same speed. Two more notes for players out there: never quit the race. No matter how strong your opponent looks, you don't have to quit the race. Just go through it, be very confident and finish the race. And even if you have to quit, you might as well do that at the last minute when you're sure that there's nothing else you can do to save yourself the points. And second, play clean. It's always best to play clean. Go through the race without pushing people unless you absolutely have to. Just go through, pass them by without pushing them or causing them any trouble on the racetrack. I'm saying this because this helps you have a better reputation and hopefully it makes less people 360 me in multiplayer. Thanks for watching the video. Like if you enjoyed this, share with other friends who might find this useful, and subscribe if you are new to the channel.